All right, here's part two of this two-part video series where I'll talk a bit more about the technical aspects of this lap steel guitar with palm benders. This one was made by Murphy Guitars in Vancouver by Warren Murfitt. Some of the design elements, including body, pickups, and all that, was designed by Paul Pigat, a local guitar player from Vancouver. First on the tuning, because I come from a background where I'm playing mostly pedal steel guitar these days, E9 pedal steel, I wanted this tuning to be very similar to that. But as you know, pedal steel guitars have 10 strings, whereas this only has 8. So I had two decisions that I had to make when trying to figure out how to set up this instrument. One was, which 2 strings from the 10 string do I get rid of to get down to 8 strings? And also, which string to attach the benders to? And with this assembly, I can attach the benders to any of the 8 strings. So if you look at the tuning of a standard E9 10-string pedal steel guitar, it looks like this, where you get the E chord and different notes to get you the 9th chord and some chromatic notes on the top. So in deciding which strings to remove, I thought I could live without the 9th string, which is D, and the 7th string, which is F sharp. So that's what I have on this. So going from low to high, I've got on the bottom B, then E, G sharp, same triad again, an octave higher, B, E, G sharp, and then the 2 chromatic notes, D sharp and F sharp. Yeah, I do like the chromatic notes on the top because they give you some nice chord and melody options. As far as which strings to attach the benders to, I wanted to emulate the sound of what the A and B pedals would do on a steel guitar. So if you are familiar with steel guitar, pedal A raises the Bs, the 2 Bs, the C sharp. I've got 2 Bs on here, but I decided to just put one raise on the 5th string B, but not on the low one, because the low one I don't really find I use it that much anyway. And then I do have the other 2 benders raise the pitch of G sharp to A, same as the B pedal would do on a steel guitar. So my high G sharp and the low G sharp. So with this bender setup, I can get the standard 1 to 4 change that you would get down there or up an octave. And with the chromatic strings, I can get some interesting, chromatic type run. Or some harmonized scales. If I'm playing an A here at the 5th fret, with strings 1, 2, and 5, I get the 5 chord. So in the case of the key of A, it would be an E. So I can go from A to E. Then down 2 frets would give me the D, the 4 chord. So that's pretty convenient, where you can get those chord changes without having to use the benders at all. With these chromatic strings, I can also get some interesting slants that are pretty easy to get. So in the key of A, for example, when I go to the 4 chord, I can move that up and get that kind of a bend. Or if I'm playing in the key of A again and I'm going to the 5 chord, I can move that up to the 10th fret and bend it like this. So that's kind of cool. It gets you from a 5 to a 6 chord. Move that down 2 frets. And that gets you the dominant 7th chord. So I'm going from the 5th fret up to the 10th fret on strings 1 and 2, and the 9th fret on string 5. In terms of the technical parts of this, the bridge assembly is really the most interesting one, because when I had Murphy Guitars make this for me a couple years ago, there were no 8-string bender assemblies. The most, I think, was Peter's benders had a pitch with 4 benders on it. So I thought I was going to have to use one of those, maybe just put it behind the strings that I wanted to pitch change, and the other strings would have to just be anchored through the body or something. But Paul Paget suggested I contact Chad at Peters Instruments to see if he could make an 8-string bender. And he had to retool a bit, but he was able to do it. And so this 8-string bender assembly is now available through Peters Instruments. If you check their website, it's one of their items for sale. The bridge assembly is a standard Sertano bridge. It's a roller bridge from Sertano. Now the pickup on this instrument, unfortunately, I don't remember what manufacturer we used to install this pickup. It's some sort of a blade pickup. If anybody recognizes it, let me know what it is. I think it's a humbucking pickup. So there you have it. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below and I'll try to answer them. Happy steel playing.